traveling introvert, or the not so traveling introvert these days. But surprise episode on travel. But this can be related to everyday things. So I was listening to a podcast the other day that made a light bulb go off in my mind. So travel can be especially fatiguing because of the amount of decisions you have to make that you wouldn't normally have to make. So, for example, every day you normally probably get up, go to work, come back from work, eat, brush your teeth, shower, do all of those things. Some of it is probably rote and some of it is new things. But we know that we can only make a certain amount of decisions per day before we get decision fatigue. And so this is why people end up crying in airports out of frustration. Part of it can be the system, and part of it is when you are traveling, almost everything you do requires you to make a decision. What time are you going to the airport? Once you get to the airport, do you go left or right? Where's the check-in desk? Which check-in desk do you pick? Then you pick that check-in desk, you load up all your stuff, and then you go through which line do you pick for security? Which lounge do you go to? Where do you go and get food? What food do you get? What's available? Is it going to be food that you like? Where's my gate? Finding my gate. How do I find my gate? Look left, look right. Do I take the lift? Do I take the stairs? All of these tiny decisions, but you're making them almost constantly, which is not what you would normally be doing in your everyday occurrences. And then there's the once you get on the plane, what do? Do you have, do you read? Do you eat? Do you know what time you're going to get fed? Oh, you get drinks. Is it a different airline? All of these things that you have to make decisions upon. And that's just if everything goes okay. What happens if your flight then gets delayed? What if you have to stay overnight? What if you then have to pick a hotel to stay at? What if you then have to pick, when's the next flight out? Which flight should I pick? Which airport will it go via? Is it going to be direct? Do I have to pick new seats? What happens to my luggage? All of these things end up increasing your decision fatigue hugely. And that's why when you then have to make a decision of, eggs or no eggs, you kind of stand there dumbly going, I don't know, just feed me. I don't know. Because you've had to make all of these little micro decisions so much. And this is why travel can be super stressful. So when you are traveling again, please keep that in mind. But in the meantime, let's take this decision fatigue and apply it to everyday life. This is why checklists and subtasks and managing your tasks is super, super important. Having a task manager can help you immensely because you don't have to make all of these decisions. Planning the night before, what you're going to do, putting it in your task manager, and then the next day you just get up and work through the task. Yes, stuff will come up, but at the end of the day, you have less decisions to make off the cuff. So this is why planning your day is hugely beneficial. Even if it's just three top things that you want to get done per day. It can be top 2 things that you want to get done per day. Put it on your to-do list and then checking it off is a really good feeling. Anything that you can do to reduce the amount of decisions that you have to make per day will help you in the long run. Even something as simple as what to cook. I know a lot of people, when they're doing launches, launching a book, launching their podcast, or have a really heavy week, they tend to meal prep for the entire week so they don't have to think about food. They can just concentrate on that thing that they're doing. Or you have a regular delivery, so it's done like clockwork. So, every other Saturday you just get the same veg every time. It stops you having to think and scroll through the list of veg that might be available to you. So I highly recommend just bit by bit in your everyday life, see what you can do to reduce the amount of decisions that you have to make daily. That way you will increase your creativity, space and bandwidth, and decrease your likelihood of getting decision fatigue. Thank you for listening. This is Janice at thecareerintrovert.com. If you have any questions for me, please email me at janice@thecareerintrovert.com, helping introverts build their brand and get hired. Thank you for listening. Have a great rest of your week.